Senator Ted Cruz apparently flew to Southern California as a severe winter storm is headed right towards Texas.
Political commentator Shea Jordan Smith shared this photograph of Cruz on X, saying the senator was headed toward Laguna Beach.
Now, many on social media criticize his travel. Legal commentator Tristan Snell reshared Cruz's viral photograph and wrote, quote, "Texas is about to get a terrible ice storm. Ted Cruz is leaving Texas again, this time for Laguna Beach, California." And former Obama staffer Tommy Vietor wrote, quote, "You have to admire the consistency from Ted Cruz. When there's a crisis in Texas, he sprints out of town."
Spokesperson for Ted Cruz responded to the criticism online, telling local Houston outlet KHU, quote, "Senator Cruz is currently on pre-planned work travel. It was scheduled weeks in advance. He will be back in Texas before the storm is projected to hit."
Cruz faced similar criticism for making a now infamous trip in 2021 to Cancun during Winter Storm Uri. Many even referred to the senator as Cancun Cruz, a nickname that stuck for months.
According to the latest forecast, a widespread winter storm will hammer parts of the South, Midwest, and Northeast on Friday, through Monday, with potentially damaging ice and heavy snow for millions from New Mexico and Texas. North Texas is expected to get the worst of the storm, including freezing rain, sleet, and snow. And we're preparing for some inclement weather here as well and all across the nation. I had misremembered this in my head. I thought Ted Cruz was attacked. I thought it was like a COVID thing, like he
left during COVID? Yeah, I thought that it was the COVID thing too. It was 2021, so we were in the middle of COVID and it was a storm. Remember that last ice storm that really deteriorated
Look,
Texas?
I was happy to shame public officials for trying to skirt COVID rules that they were enforcing on others. Gavin Newsom, that was when I first became so
I know, Nancy Pelosi, you're about to go down the whole list.
I
know, they told us don't get our hair done.
I was furious, but that was them imposing on us something that they weren't themselves following. Is the hypocrisy that was so galling. This is not the storm happening is not Ted Cruz's fault. I don't know that. What?
So he can go on vacation. He makes a pattern out of this. Not only is he going to Laguna Beach because he has business. No. He went to, what was the last one that he was in? He went to Cancun during the pandemic because he had business and there also was a storm. But don't forget, last July, there were floods that hit Texas that literally left 135 people dead. And this man was in, drum rolls please, Greece. And then he flew back pretty much when it was done, said that was the first flight that he could catch. He's always on vacation, so either we should call him Vacation Cruz or we should just say that he's leaving intentionally when he knows it's going to be uncomfortable, like people, including him, because it doesn't matter how wealthy you are, you can lose power. You also can have a generator. He's like fleeing town when stuff gets bad.
He's a senator. He's not the governor of the state. He's not a mayor. He does not directly coordinate logistics, rescue operations, any of those things. So it would just be, it's purely for optics, maybe purely for optics.
A lot of politics is about optics.
Wait out the storm. Okay. You know what? If people are upset about this, fine. He's there. If he's your senator and this makes you mad at him, I'm not going to tell you.
Governor Abbott has declared a state of emergency in Texas. You got to stay home and protect and stay with your state. Optically be available for people if they want to ask questions about what the plans are. Have you conversed with Governor Abbott? I think he should have conversations with mayors and governors in the state that he represents. I think that's appropriate to be around, to be accessible. When your governor declared a state of emergency, you go to California to chill. What day is he coming back? The storm's going to be, it's going to be the eye of the storm on Saturday. He's going to come back in the middle of that? Tell me how he's going to come back.
I'll let you have this one. I'm just saying, I don't care, but if you care, that's fine. You could.
I mean, just think about, like, I know even with the winter storm here, you're like, oh, it's not going to be that bad. It's fine. Like, yes, for the most part.
I mean, I'm kidding. I have no idea. I don't know.
I'm not privy to
any special information.
You and I might find our ways to work and be fine. But in Texas, it's a serious issue that they need to solve about long-term how you handle, because they don't happen often. We said the last one was 2021. These storms that the state has been crippled because of. And so the fact that we see this coming again, knowing how many people died and got hurt the last time, I mean, it's a serious matter. So if you have time to go to California, maybe you have time to put your head together with local leaders in the same state that you represent and figure out what's a better solution so that when this happens again in 2030, we're not going down for the third time in recent history. I mean, all power grids were knocked out last time. It was a disaster. You got to step it up.
Well, people should not panic, but brace themselves for some very serious weather all over the country, and don't avoid travel in icy conditions and be even more responsible when you're driving and do all that. And
that's why you got to stay close to the job this weekend to make sure that you make it to work.
I'm close to the
job.
You
have to be closer. You have to be 5 steps from the job.
Yeah, I'm not going to be camped out here in my sleeping bag, but I will be here on Monday. Never you worry about that. That does it for us on Rising Live. Look out for more exclusive YouTube content coming your way today. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the Hills YouTube channel so you never miss any content. And for those of you who like to listen while on the go, we're now available anywhere to listen to podcasts. See you later.